integrity. When you say something, do you do it or do you not do it? Typically, perfectionism and procrastination is really truly the enemy of integrity, because it makes it so that you say something, but then you don't do it. What does that do with your self-esteem, with your self-confidence, with your self-respect? It obviously does something to it. It dismantles it slowly but surely. Perfectionism and procrastination is one of the same, rooted in shame, guilt, fear, resistance, and integrity is really your ability to fulfill on the promises that you give to yourself. And you see, integrity is not built from the top down. It's built from the bottom up. It's built from taking small action upon the things that you promise yourself that also are small. So it really begins when you give yourself permission to give yourself smaller promises. And across time and space, as you fulfill on these small promises, you build some sort of integrity. You build a sense of honor for yourself. You're honoring yourself more. Obviously, in this reality that we are all part of, we are going to encounter several times where we say something and then we don't do it. So it's not about being flawless. It's not about ever letting yourself down, okay? Because sometimes that is crucial for us to learn and to grow and to see what it is that we actually find valuable and what not. Yet still, it's more about the ability to pick yourself back up in the moments where you say something and then you don't do it. I think integrity is built again in the smaller moments, especially when it comes to you in relation to others. But how are you going to keep promises to others if you don't keep promises to yourself? Keeping promises to yourself is actually a value. Integrity gets to be a value. It gets to be a value that you prioritize, that you then take action from. If integrity is a value of yours, a core value of yours, then you will stick with your word, no matter what, right? Whereas the feminine essence is more flexible, the masculine essence is more grounded and true to its word. Sure, the feminine essence can be that too, yet the masculine essence is that which really, 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 truly does what it says. Okay? This can be felt, it can be seen, it can be recognized. So you want to identify which area of my life is it that I am out of integrity? Where am I not in integrity with my word? Integrity with my values. Because sure, we can say things, but what are your values? If you don't know your values, you don't know what to be integral to, right? So get clear on those. That is what I serve you with and help you with, specifically in the root season of the Bloom Beyond Perfectionism program, for instance, because that is where we really, really, truly get clear on not only the surface level values, but the core values, the kind of foundational values as well, and the values in between. And you want to make sure that you stay integral with the foundational values, right? The foundational values all the way through up to the more foundational and surface level values, okay? So from the foundational all the way through to surface level values. Integrity can be built. It can be grown. It is not something that is inborn. It is a form of resilience that gets to be nourished. You will know, again, where you're not in integrity right now, and you will want to then decide on which area of my life am I committing myself to be more integral with right now. And if that is, for instance, let's say your career, your calling, your contribution, right? Then if you say that you are going to intend to show up in a certain way, you set certain pictures and words in front of you as to what that looks like and how you might literally measure that, then it's going to be so much easier to actually show up for it because you have more clarity. So I think that in order to have integrity, it is enormously valuable to have a sense of, how can I say, picture of what it looks like to be integral. One way you can know whether you value integrity or not is by how upset you get if someone else is out of integrity with their word. Let's say that you have a meeting at a certain time and they don't meet up. They come like 10, 15, 30, 40, 1 hour later. So if you recognize yourself having an emotional response to that, and you kind of recognize that, okay, this feels a little bit off, then that might mean that you value integrity, you value punctuality, you value that someone shows up for what they say they will. And it's not about not allowing others to do so. It's more so about, okay, if that is an integrity, if that is a value for me, if integrity is a value for me, then I get to now communicate this to that person, that because I observe that you don't come on time, that means that I feel this and this and this right now. I feel upset. And this is because I value integrity. Would you be willing to meet me next time more punctually? Right? And you can basically communicate that. And if that gets met, awesome. If it doesn't, okay, then now you have a choice. You have a choice. Am I willing to interact with this person? Am I willing to spend time with this person? Am I willing to basically be as punctual for this person anymore? Right? You see what I mean? It's like integrity. That is integrity. That's how simple it can be. On the journey to integrity, you're not meant to get it right all the time. In fact, you are meant to fall and rise, fall and rise, fall and rise, over and over and over again. And that is the beauty of all of this, isn't it? It really is. That you get to grow through the process of growing your integrity with yourself. And as you become more integral, you will see and recognize in your reality that you will surround yourself with others who are also most likely integral with their word. But if there are certain patterns in your life that you're not integral with, then that might show itself in other ways with others not being integral. So no matter what it is that is happening in your external, if someone is not integral with their word, then you want to ask yourself, in what way am I not integral in my life? So integrity is a core masculine essence. It's a core masculine trait. And you truly get to, show up for it. In the small daily actions, little by little, you'll build more and more integrity with your word. I support you with building and creating more integral lifestyle, integral ways of living, right? So you can go to bloombeyond.com/apply to join the Bloom Beyond tribe for a free monthly cohort in there. And then from there, you get to be around me and other high performers with perfectionism and procrastination that, might not be fully integral, either with their values or what they say that they are going to do, but then don't do it. So that we together can support one another in building that sense of integrity. There is nothing better. There's truly nothing better than living an integral life. Why? It gives you a sense of self-respect. When you have that self-respect, it ripples off to everything that you do, no matter what you're engaging in and with. I'm sending you so much light and love, and I might see you on the other side. Stay bright, brave, and balanced.